I was so tired, and I was so downtrodden and broken, and I felt like I needed a break, and I couldn't get one. So I felt like it was the only way out. A lot of my wanting to hurt myself is just from I don't know how to reach out for help. I need you to be there for me, but I don't know how to ask, and I'm afraid to ask, and I need you to realize how serious it is. It felt impossible to tell my dad I had an issue because I thought his love was dependent on how perfect I was. He wouldn't love me if I needed things. He wouldn't love me if I was broken. I started going to school in old, dirty clothes. I mean, I wouldn't brush my teeth. I would sleep. I wouldn't do my homework. And my dad didn't notice. I mean, also he didn't know what to look out for. A lot of these warning signs can just be seen as lazy, and it can prompt anger instead of support. I think that's the issue with reaching out for help. There's just that fear that you won't be taken seriously, that you'll be seen as dramatic, especially if you're having these motivation issues. It can be seen as a way to get out of your responsibilities. The day I tried to kill myself, it kind of all sparked from just an unpleasant bus ride. Me and my best friend were having some issues, and when I was walking on the bus, the teenage boy made some comments about my body, and it just hurt. When you are being eroded emotionally, one of these looks, one of these comments can be the straw that breaks the camel's back. I went home and my dad, I was crying, and he wasn't saying the things I needed him to say. And I stormed off crying, and he didn't come after me. And all of that extrapolated to a suicide attempt. In my room, feeling alone and unloved and uncared for. It doesn't matter how great of a parent you are, your kids are going to struggle with something, and it's important not to take that personally. It doesn't mean you're a bad parent. It's almost impossible to look at a child who wants to kill themselves and not think, where did I go wrong? And obviously that's the wrong way to look at it, but I can't blame a parent for thinking that way. I mean, when I was struggling, I wish my parents validated my pain through getting me help, instead of just giving a hug and saying it's gonna be fine. At a certain point, it's not about a child being in a bad mood. It's about having a mood disorder. Even when you see your child is struggling and you try to reach out and they're just not responding, the important part is just to stay at it. I mean, what you really have to do is just be super consistent and loving and just stay at it no matter what. Don't give up on your kid. But if you are seeing your child struggle to the point where they are self-harming and they're having suicidal idealizations and they go weeks feeling depressed, you need to just go right ahead and bring them to a professional. I got the help I needed through not just one thing, but the culmination of all of these different kinds of therapies. Going through inpatient and intensive outpatient and having a therapist and having support at school. I mean, all of this together has made everything so much more bearable. But a lot of my healing started when I just started being closer with my dad after I realized he really was a pretty great father. So I love the person I am now, and part of that is from all of this trauma and issues. But I've also learned that I'm not defined by my trauma and issues. They're a part of me, yeah, but they're not me. I also like drawing and genetic engineering and hanging out with my friends. I'm glad that I found so much strength and hope in these struggles and finally started feeling better and hopeful for the future.